Hello and welcome everyone back to the Chatting Breeze, that's what it was called. Fuck, it's been so long. What episode is this? Can you remember?
You're
5. You're a diehard fan, Benkins.
I am a diehard fan. I reckon 5.
I think I'm going to say 6. Anyway, welcome back. I'm here with, I've already announced you now, Ben, a.k.a. Benkins, a.k.a. I don't know, a.k.a. Benny Boy. How you doing, Ben?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, actually. It's the first time in a little while doing this. And obviously we have I'll announce actually we have probably the largest live studio audience to date for Chatting Breeze. You can probably hear them. Shh, shh, shh. In the room now we have Orion Russell behind the buttons doing the sound. Robert Milioni behind the camera pressing the buttons. And on the bed who have we got? Tiny Joe, Kafka Lauren, Benny Boy from the Constitution, and no fucking surprise, we've got Longies as well. So, yeah, if you hear any farting or heckling or anything, it's not me or Ben. It's just those guys. Anyway, it might be Ben actually. Yeah, it could be Ben. The powers of the bean chili, my friend.
Yeah, chili's been a reoccurring thing on this thing, hasn't it?
Not to out you, how has chili been a reoccurring thing?
Yeah. I think Dan spoke about it.
No, Jasper spoke about how to make the perfect chili.
Oh, with the dark chocolate.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I can't remember. Anyway, Ben, you've brought a couple of tunes to bring with you. One to open, one to close, as always. Also, I should mention we're not in the usual space either. I know we have a different team and a different audience, but obviously this isn't Kafka. Kafka is unavailable for the time being, but we are in Orion's bedroom. So the address is, if you want to come down... He's got loads of sets going, so just come and ask. Yeah. If you want a residency, come down. Anyway, 2 tunes. Ben, what are you opening with?
So I'm going to open with Object, The Goose That Got Away, just because it is literally the tune that made me want to start producing.
Come on.
My DJ origin story.
Oh, here we go.
Is that I was literally... So during lockdown, I just decided I was just going to do loads of acid for the first time. And then,
classic lockdown maneuver.
And then I just took it too far. I was trying to do a ridiculous number of tabs. And then I was having this awful trip. But then I listened to this playlist that my ex's brother sent me, just full of dance tunes at the time. Never heard this before, and it just blew my mind and actually just made it the best trip ever. So
this tune is the cure to acid, is what you're saying.
It is literally the cure to acid.
What's it called again?
The Goose That Got Away.
Okay, I'm definitely getting demonetized for this on YouTube. Are we on? Are we still rolling, aren't we? We're good. We've stopped it. Did you do it? Did you stop the record? Thank you, Longy, for stopping the record. Where was I? You were talking about, you briefly touched on your DJ origin story. Because you've not been, like, sort of cutting about for that long, really, I suppose, have you? Like, how long have you been sort of, I guess, making tunes, putting them out, playing gigs, that sort of thing?
I've been playing gigs for ages,
Okay.
but I come from the live music scene originally, so...
Live music again, here we go. God.
And mostly the jazz scene, specifically.
Yeah.
I've been in a couple of jazz bands, but I've also done lots of weird
And you play
experimental stuff as well.
Bass?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
play bass, yeah.
Do you still play it all?
I actually don't at all,
You're too
really.
busy making hardgroove.
Yeah. I was trying to, like, practice, like, 10 minutes a day, but I don't even do that anymore.
Okay. How long has it been since you've stopped?
I would say, like, a good few months.
Oh,
like,
he's out of the game.
Yeah,
Orion just shed a tear.
I know.
Oh, yeah, there is a bass guitar here, because we're in Callboy Orion's room, so he's got all the cool stuff.
You've got some nice basses, my friend.
Bass talk. Yeah, so you were doing live music, playing gigs of that. When did you start DJing and things, I guess? Fuck live music, talk about the DJing.
Literally, I think 2 or 3 years ago,
Cool.
I started DJing and producing. I've fucked around with Ableton, like, very briefly before that, and Logic mostly, to be fair, just because of uni and stuff. But yeah, I basically one winter, it was the winter of, like, lockdown and stuff. I got COVID and I was like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna give this a go and try and make some garage. I made this tune called Worcester Sauce. And
Oh,
it was
yeah?
just it was just full of
Worcester sauce?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
is it called Worcester sauce?
It had some, like, Eric Andre samples in there, and it was pretty bizarre. Yeah.
Trying to turn my mic, sorry.
But
I haven't heard that, I don't think.
it's
No?
kind of unlistenable. I was really proud of it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna master this. It's gonna be huge. And my housemate at the time, Jacob, Busy
Yeah,
Bus,
yeah. Shout out
was
Busy
just
Bus.
like, I don't know why you're trying so hard. This is.
What does that even mean?
But he was also like giving me, like, the best tips possible at the time. So
Was that when he was making Jump Up?
he was still making Jump Up
Yeah.
at that point. Yeah. It took me making, like, lots of garage and stuff for him to kind of see the light.
Oh, you
and-
turned him?
Yeah, I did.
Ah,
yeah,
I see.
yeah.
You're both so interesting because obviously you know each other for like a while, and you've both got such fucking, like, distinct styles as well. Like, both of your stuff, I can hear a Benkins tune. I'm gonna move this mic. It's really annoying me. Like, I hear a Benkins tune and I hear a Busy Bus tune, and I know that both of them are by those people. Do you think? I mean, have you always sort of, like, what was his Jump Up like?
His Jump Up. His Jump Up was as crazy as, like, his stuff that he's making now.
I mean,
It's kind of experiment. He had this track called Bad Lads. Have you ever seen the
You've told me
BBC
about
show
this.
Bad Lads Army?
No, I've not.
So he loves that show, and nobody's ever seen it. And for some reason, he was like, right, I'm going to sample the theme tune. And you know what? For Jump Up, it's one of the best D&B tracks I've ever heard, to be honest.
I wish we
It's
could
so
play it
stupid.
now.
Yeah. Well, get him on the podcast, and maybe he'll
Bring that
use
for
it
his,
as one of his
for his
tunes.
opening tunes, yeah. Hilarious. Okay, so you were doing that, and then you made the Eric Andre tune, and then how far into, because I want to talk about when we met as well. 'Cause that was-
Oh, yeah.
So how far into your production were you when we met, which was maybe like a year and a half ago or
I
something?
think that was like about a year and a half after starting.
Had you made more tunes? Because you sent me Cyclone, Zappa, and Autobahn, all of
Yeah.
which are now out on Bellas. Go get those. Were they like the ones you made after the Eric Andre tune? Or?
Pretty much, yeah. I made a couple of tunes after that, but I can't even remember what those were. And I make tunes really, really slowly. But for some reason, Autobahn fell out of me just 6 months into producing, and then I just
Mental
kind of
tune.
forgot about it for like a really, really long time, and then sent it to you, basically.
Amazing. Because we met at the Island in Bristol at, like, what was it? LB with Juice Man all night long or something. It wasn't all night long, it was just LB and Juice Man. That was a funny night. Do you remember at the end, someone stole Juice Man's mic? Do you remember?
Oh,
And,
yeah.
like, they were, like, arguing about it.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
like-
yeah. And he was trying to get LB to like spin back pretty much every track, and he was like trying to bat him off and stuff.
Classic. LB is a funny guy, man. Wicked at rollerblading, isn't he?
Is he?
Have you seen the videos?
No.
I bet Longy's just nodding his head.
Wait, yeah. Wait, LB is a rollerblader.
Yeah, I wish we had a crowd mic. I could get Dan to tell about it. But yeah, he's like fucking. You should see it on his.
Is he like a pro? Is he like the Tony Hawk of rollerblading?
Bro, like you laugh, yeah. On his Instagram, you've got to go on his reels, man. It's just him like in like an empty like shopping centre, like fucking like going backwards and doing these spins and everything. I heard, I don't know, I think this was true. After the island thing, looking at Longies, he left and was like, oh yeah, see you in a bit, guys. I'm just gonna go like rollerblade around the centre for a bit. This is like 4 a.m. after he just played a set. Am I mistelling it? Come. Here he is. He managed to find a way on.
I had to get in once. So after the night, promoter was like, "Oh yeah, do you want to like be dropped off at your hotel or anything?" He's like, "Oh, you got me a hotel? I don't want one." I'm like, "Why not?" He's like, "I think I'm just gonna like rollerblade around the city until my train comes in 7 a.m." And he literally, he just rolled through, rollerbladed around all night, just doing substances.
He's a hero. No, cut that bit out.
No, it'll be clean. Yeah. Jokes guy.
Right, that's enough Longies. Fucking hell, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so we met at that. I remember we bumped into each other there, and you sent me those 3 tunes. I was like, fucking hell, because obviously you know this already, but your tunes are so fucking good.
Thanks,
And then so after that was when obviously when I found like was introduced to you and like listened to your stuff. I feel like you've been more active on that side of things in terms of putting stuff out. Like you weren't. Had you put anything out before your Belters release?
No, not at all.
Just
that was
mental.
my debut kind of release.
And you've got other things coming now. So like, how are you finding like sort of, I guess, before? I guess the question is like before when you were making tunes, were you even thinking of releasing them, or like were you just like making them?
No, I was definitely thinking of releasing them. I was just getting too caught up in the mixing and mastering process, as you do if you're a newbie. And for some reason, I was trying to master them myself, but kind of ended up doing that because those were the masters that we put out on.
Yeah, they were.
Belters, to be fair. But yeah, just doing that, and then in terms of what was your question? I can't even remember what you asked.
When you were writing a tune then.
Yeah.
Because I suppose now you've released a few. Like when you write tunes now, do you have more of an intention of like you're thinking about a release, or are you just sort of still just making it?
Oh yeah, it's definitely everything I try and make is kind of all intended for a release. I think that's kind of why it takes me so long, is because I put kind of probably too much pressure on it. So everything I try and make, I'm like, okay, this will be good for maybe this label, or this is intended for the self-release, or so on and so forth.
Oh, you're doing self-release. Go on, give it a plug. Go on, announce it now, because then it's happening.
I don't know when it's happening. Okay, I'm gonna do a hard groove self-release. It's gonna be about 3 or 4 tracks, and yeah, just need to write the last track really.
Ben's hard groove is unbelievable. We should talk about hard groove as well.
We should talk about hard groove
Because I think some people don't know what it is. Some people do. Some people hear it and don't and like it, but don't know really what it is. Where did it come from?
So it was just like all of the genres having a revival now. It kind of originated in the 90s, but there wasn't that many people doing it, and it's just kind of had this complete resurgence. There's loads of new producers doing it, like Bo Didier.
Yeah.
And
Isaiah makes wicked ones, I found.
yeah, Isaiah makes good ones. DJ Swisherman.
Yeah.
And there's just like, I just love the sound. It's a little bit more full throttle than most techno.
Yeah.
It's a lot more groovy, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's just really tooly and just like brutally just like really steady. It's just rollers the entire time.
It's interesting because like it's very, very techno-y.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like if you had asked me like a year ago to sort of make a prediction of where things would go, I wouldn't have said it would go down a more like techno-y sort of route. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't know what your opinion is of that, because I know you don't come from that background, but you have people that are in that scene that you know, sort of. Like,
yeah.
I guess like Jack Jordan, people like that all come from those sort of things. But I would never have said it was going to go that way. I mean, obviously, speed garage bootlegs and bassline and whatever. But like, you know, it's a strange sort of direction for it to head in. But it's sick. I love it. I fucking love it. Like, it's not something I thought I'd be playing, but I'm really, really, really enjoying it.
Yeah, for sure. I think techno is just a thing that you get into when you kind of your music taste slightly matures, maybe. Maybe
You
that
think
sounds
so?
really snobby.
You're
I don't
maturing,
know.
yeah?
No. Just like, you know, when you're an 18-year-old, you're into like D&B. You go to like D&B raves and stuff.
Right. Looking
The
at
old jump
Orion.
up, jump up D&B, jump up D&B. And then I think eventually just everybody gets into techno, which
You
is
think
why
so?
yeah, this is why it's cool to be a techno DJ at any age. This is why I'm getting into it now, so that when I'm 40, I can still DJ and still be kind of cool.
Because you are getting kind of old.
Okay.
How are you finding that? Your legs all right in the morning when you get out of bed? And stuff?
No, they're not.
Yeah, I can't. When I'm 45, mate, I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. I don't know about the techno thing though. You definitely have like old. I mean, obviously you have like old garage heads and like you had older people.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a. I guess like a taste maturing, but I would never say that I don't think my taste is maturing. But then I'm playing a lot more hard groove.
I
So
think techno crowds are older for sure.
wait, there's no mic over there.
Yeah.
Lauren said, what did you say?
Wait, just repeat it. Techno crowds.
Techno crowds are older. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Really?
When I
That's a resounding yes. Wow, okay.
when I went to Berlin, it was mostly old people. Not
Really?
old people, but like older people, or maybe they're just
Old people. Here we go. You're never getting into Berghain now, mate. You're never getting in. How was Berlin?
Yeah, it was good. Berghain wasn't all it's cracked up to be.
Did you go?
Yeah, I did.
Well, you got in.
Yeah.
Why is it not? Ooh, I'm gonna burp. Why is it not all it's cracked up to be?
I don't know. Maybe it was the time I went. I went at like 7 in the morning, and it was just so slow.
Why did you go 7 in the morning?
It's just the best time to get in.
Okay.
I came straight from THRU though, which was a lot better.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like sound system wise and like in the actual like experience wise, it was just really,
And
really
it's
cool.
just all techno there.
It is all techno. It's all like it was all rumble kick techno as well.
Right,
Which is kind of rough to like get through like a whole night of that, but you just kind of get used to it. But
I suppose so.
yeah, hard groove is like really, really different, which is why I guess I'm kind of attracted to it.
I feel like you shouldn't have to get used to music in a club to like
Well-
start enjoying it.
I didn't like jazz when I first got like into
Really?
jazz, but like you just force yourself to listen to something and you end up liking it.
Why did you force
eventually.
yourself into jazz?
Just because you're like, well, at uni you see all these like all your contemporaries playing it.
Oh, you're trying to
and
be
you're
cool.
like, I was trying to be cool. I was just trying to be really cool.
I see. That's hilarious. So, what do you think that any of the stuff going back to live music, any of the stuff that you learned there, do you carry any of that forward with you in your like production now?
A little bit, like music theory wise, it's a little bit easier for me. So I know what key I'm in most of the time.
Yeah.
I think, and then just the act of playing stuff in is a little bit easier as well. I can't actually play keys or anything. I wish I knew how to play keys, but just getting stuff in time just by playing it in is just it just comes a little bit more naturally.
Have you ever thought about plugging the bass in and just like doing the little?
I actually bought a synth, like a synth pedal for my bass that I could play sub notes in, but the tracking
Nice.
on it was so terrible that I just ended up selling it to be fair. Yeah, it was just really bad.
Do you buy a lot of gear or do you do it like?
I just bought a Mini Freak. I traded in all
Yeah.
my analog synths and got an Arturia Mini Freak, which I had a Micro Freak before, but I think Jacob broke it. I think Busy Bus broke
Fucking
it.
busy, boss. Everything that man touches.
He's also got like I think some mics of mine that might be broken. And
Oh
that
my
he broke as
goodness,
well.
mate, it's
Yeah.
all coming out now. I'm gonna get him on and just play him this bit and be like, explain, bro, what are you doing?
But
Sorry, 1 second. Hell yeah, there's gonna be reverb on that apparently. I've spoken it now, so you got to do it. Orion, the editor.
yeah, I had a Micro Freak when I wrote like Autobahn and like Zappa and stuff, and I was just kind of missing that like tactile nature of like playing music in, so which is why I just got the Mini Freak, despite having no money and probably could have used the trade-in money for something else. but,
No, it's an investment, mate. It's an investment.
Yeah.
So are you solely making more like techno-y, hard groovy stuff at the minute, or are you still making some of like the breaksy, garagey stuff you were doing?
No, I'm still trying to make garage. I've been trying to make some racket recently.
Oh, is it?
So not much success yet, but I'll get there. I've got this 441, which is
Okay.
Yeah,
I've got to fucking hear that. Jesus Christ. It better be 157 BPM.
it is 157
Okay.
BPM.
This podcast is being recorded in 157 BPM as well. Fun fact for the people at home. Okay, so you're making racket and stuff. Have you dipped your toes back into two-step at all? I love your
Yeah.
two-step so much.
I'm always trying to make two-step, but for some reason, I can never, like 9 times out of 10, I can never get the swing on the drums right. Still, like for some reason.
Looking at longies.
I'm now doing the J. Cole method where I slow it down to 83 BPM and then just like try and
J. Cole, you mean MJ Cole?
MJ Cole.
Not J. Cole like the rapper.
J. Cole two-step.
Yeah, trust me. It's out there,
Yeah.
If you've got a J. Cole two-step bootleg, please send it to beltersmag@gmail.com. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah.
So you're slowing, because he does that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
How does that work again?
You just slow it down to like 80 BPM and then just drag in the audio or MIDI yourself and just hope that when you speed it up, it sounds kind of
Okay, so
in
so
time.
you make it swung by like moving it on the grid and
Yeah.
stuff, and then
manually.
mad.
Yeah.
Why does he? Why does he do that?
To be fair, it just feels a lot more natural. Like
Yeah.
I've done it with the Ableton swing functions before, and it can either sound like fine or just like kind of robotic.
That's like an AI thing, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah,
I guess so.
I
God,
guess
we're
so.
a podcast talking about AI. Jesus Christ.
I think it's just a thing in Ableton.
It's got to be AI. It's like to make it swung. It's got to.
the notes for you.
Yeah. No.
Just a program.
It just puts it a little bit to the right, mate.
All right. Anyway, okay. So you're doing racket. You're hard groove. Did you ever think about sending these things out? Do you send them out to people, like to labels, stuff like that? How does that work? Because I've got no idea coming at it from like a different perspective.
You know what? Really rarely. I'm sitting on like a couple of things I could have sent out. Like I'm sitting on this bassline two-step tune, which I think
Whoa.
I don't know. I've sent it to Give Me a Break, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, I think they get sent a lot of stuff. So
I can only imagine.
yeah. But if not, I'll just I think self-releasing is the way to go in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's interesting that, isn't it? Like a lot of people are doing the self-releases now.
Because you can just be your own label. If you've got enough
100%.
followers, what's kind of, don't have enough followers, but you know, that's not the point. Just put stuff on Bandcamp. There's a lot of people that, especially in the techno scene and the hard groove scene specifically, just released like a tirade of self-released EPs, and they're now playing whore. So you know,
100%. Yeah, it definitely works. You heard it here first. Labels are useless. Where was I going with that? So yeah, the self-release stuff. I mean, like you say, you need a bit of an audience. But it's hard growing a fucking audience. Like, do you know what I mean? It's painful. Like, do you ever think about that while you're doing things, or because like there's some people you have like TikTok DJs and that sort of thing. Is that anything you've ever really considered doing? I can imagine you with your TikTok doing the blends and that. I can picture it.
I actually. I just really am not into social media at all. Like, I rarely post unless I kind of have to. So I think I'm really, really far away from the TikTok DJ. But I just think, for me, I just got to try and make the music as good as possible and just hope that somebody likes it.
I think that resonates with a lot of people, though. I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of people that have that sort of like not fuck TikTok mentality, but you know, like sort of the anti-TikTok mentality, I guess you'd call it.
Well, some people do really well on it. Like, you know, Badger's got like fucking thousands of followers on it. So
He does.
you know, but I could never be a person that like dances in front of the camera or does like little blends.
I can picture you doing a little dance. I can see it, man. I can literally see it. But no, it's true. I guess you're not Badger, are you? But this is the thing: is it's like to do well, like you have to. I think it's about having like like a frequent output. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think for you, like the sound of self-release sounds really interesting because I think that's a really, really good step to take.
I think, like, I wish I could release more frequently, but I'm really, really happy to kind of take my time with it. Like, I was kind of running before I was walking anyway, kind of with those releases that, you know, we released quite a while ago, just because they were kind of flukes, to be honest.
How long ago would that have been?
It was about a year ago. was
fucking mental.
my release
Yeah.
review.
Anyway,
But I'm just really happy to take my time now and just kind of actually learn how to produce, if that makes any sense, which is why I kind of haven't put any stuff out. Like, I've written loads of techno, but I have just like loads of unfinished projects that I'm like, you know what, this is kind of not good enough. And just maybe not to my credit, just not shown anybody it, but you know, when it comes out, it'll come out. But I'm not in any rush at all, really.
so do you make a lot of projects, get a little bit of the way in and think, yeah, fuck this, and just leave it?
Yeah. I've got like, not to deep it or anything, but like a lot of creative anxiety. So it just takes me ages, which is why I can't collaborate with anybody, apart from Busy Bus. Just because I've known him for so long. Which, speaking of, we're going to self-release Beasting, which I'm very excited about.
Oh my God. When is that coming out?
I actually don't know. We've got to make some alterations to
It needs to come out.
project.
It's the most like...
To be honest, if we slowed it down a bit, it could be Racket.
Yeah, I suppose it probably could be. Yeah, it's like, I mean, you describe Beasting. You made it.
It's like 160 baseline.
It's like the most like I've never heard anything like it in my entire life. And
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna try and sing it. I can't sing it. It's way too abrasive. I can't. I'm not.
You can belt out Beasting.
I'll spare you. Oh yeah, we've got the. Do you want to try and play it on the stylophone?
Oh yeah, go on then.
Come on. Nah, I think Dan might have broken the stylophone.
It can. You've got to press real hard.
It's not working.
Shit.
It's fucking broken.
Fucking stylophone.
What the fuck?
It was me and Rob.
What?
I literally touched it at the start.
Rob Mills broke the stylophone. You heard it here first. Do you use that a lot, Orion? For like for producing and that? You produce on the stylophone. But yeah, that's a fucking ridiculous tune, and that's like you and Busy Bus, both your styles coming together is just the most fucking crazy, like fever dream of like a fucking track. It's mental. Like,
To be fair, he pretty much showed me how to produce, so it's kind of
that's so
it's kind of
interesting.
perfect, really.
Do you
Yeah.
think that you have similar? I mean, so you produce in similar ways?
No, not at all.
No.
He's completely different from me. But like he's so ADHD that he'll just like shit all over Ableton, and I've just got to pick up the pieces and put it together, basically.
What does that mean? What, he'll do a shit all over the computer, and then you got to clean it up, and then you can make a tune.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
literally. He will just make a tune with like 6 different sections, which I will have like maybe a small hand in,
Right,
make some of the
yeah.
parts that he'll just like move around himself without my permission. And then I'll have to go back in and be all right, put that back where it was, and then
You got to tell him off.
Yeah.
You send him for him.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
sending for him right now.
Busy Bus send on the Belters class. That's gonna make a wicked TikTok. That's so funny that he got you into it. That you still find different ways of producing. I mean, how long has he been doing it for? I know we talked about Busy Bus a lot this episode, but
No, he's been producing since he was like 12.
fucking hell.
He started out on Reason, I think.
Come on.
And yeah, I remember going around his house in sixth form, and he had these horrible speakers that you just belt drum and bass like through, and I just don't know how his mum like, coped with him, to be honest.
You were telling me about his current setup where like his keyboard doesn't work or something, so he has to like.
Yeah, so he's got a 2015 Mac which doesn't have a working space bar, so he bought, I think it was like a £10 keyboard from Poundland. And
£10 from Poundland? What a fucking
He uses
rip-off.
the touchpad on the Mac and then the space bar on the keyboard.
So he's going like what? It's like up on there, and he's going like.
Yeah, and he expects me to use. He's really used to
That's
it now,
one.
but
That's one for the YouTube watchers there. Watch the video version to see how Busy Bus produces on his laptop. That's so funny. I mean, what's your setup like? Do you only have you said you had like a little bit of gear, you just traded it in, but do you have like how would you describe your home studio?
I have a Mac Mini now.
Nice. Everyone's got one of those now.
Yeah.
I'm way too poor. My laptop is literally dying a death right now, and I'm shitting myself. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I shouldn't have bought it really, but I just got it on flex, and it's
You say
just-
that for everything you buy. You're always like, I shouldn't have bought that.
Since going part-time, I have not lived like I've been on part-time, but I just got a second job, so...
Oh yeah, I want to talk to you about the part-time stuff. We can talk about the second job as well because that's equally as interesting. So you were working full-time for a bit,
Yeah.
and then what was it like? Maybe like 4 months ago or something. You dropped it to like part-time.
About 6 months ago.
Has it been that long?
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
I know.
So you're spending like you got more time, and I presume you're like making tunes and that sort of thing, or trying to.
Yeah, trying to make tunes.
Yeah.
And just spending like loads of time in Ableton basically.
Yeah.
But I'm about to be turbo skint, so
I was going to say, how are you finding it on that side of things? Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Like the thing is that gigs and hire for my decks has kind of dropped out.
Festival season,
during
baby.
During the summer, so I've now got a second job as a sign holder
Here we go.
for the vintage shop in town.
You've just doxed yourself, mate. Mate, all your fans are going to come and see you now while you're at work. It's going to be fucking mental.
I've seen so many people already. I've only had one shift. I saw like 5 people.
Hilarious.
But it's great if you're a DJ because you just go on Bandcamp all day and just look for tunes.
100%.
So
You found any bangers recently?
yeah, more techno mostly.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
When you're at home, you said you're looking at Ableton. What's the difference between looking at Ableton and producing?
Oh yeah, I just stare at it for hours.
Until something clicks. You're like, oh fuck, that was it.
Yeah.
No, Dan was saying he's having the same problem because of festival season. He's a bit turbo skint as well. Sorry to out you, Dan.
That's fine. It's true.
So the sign holding, is that
Yeah.
going to be a permanent thing?
You know what? I for the foreseeable future,
Nice.
I it suits me fine.
Do you
until it
enjoy
starts raining
it?
again? I've only had one shift, but it's fine. Like,
It's fine.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
fine.
you're getting paid minimum wage to sit there in a camping. You know what? They could buy a nicer camping chair. To be fair, fucking hell.
What's the camping chair saying?
It's just like one of the arms is missing.
Really?
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. I know. They expect me to sit there in this thing all
Has it
day.
got like a spike on the seat as well?
It might as well, yeah. But I'm not kidding. After 6 hours, it does get like you need to
hard,
stand up.
man.
Yeah,
It's
I know it's
tough.
hard work, man.
You mentioned to me about the umbrella that they gave you as well that you were talking about.
Oh, honestly, it looks like a black plastic bag. Apparently, they've gone through like 5 of them as well.
And they keep buying the same one. Anyway,
Yeah.
so sign holding, that's your new profession.
That's my new
now
thing,
That,
yeah.
sets and deck hire has disappeared.
Yeah.
Deck hire is like, you must make like you must during club season anyway. Like do all right with that. Like that's such a smart way to like make a little bit of money on the side.
Yeah, to be fair, I was really lucky with my decks because they kind of paid for themselves almost instantly. Yeah, pretty much as soon as I got them, this queer night were hiring them for every week for like 80 quid. So I paid them off like within a year.
Calm. Everyone wants a piece of Benkins' decks. Mate. Everyone wants to touch them, bro. So, what other tips would you give to a budding part-timer who's just gone part-time to make tunes to get through in these trying times when it's like £1 million for like a pasty or whatever?
Well, probably actually release your tunes.
Yeah.
That would really help.
Yeah, that's probably a good place to start.
That's kind of why I ramped it up a little bit recently because, you know, you can make like a decent amount of money if you self-release stuff because, as long as it's good, that's £3.50 like each time you sell an EP.
What is stopping you then? Here we go. Sounds like nothing.
I want to
me.
say perfectionism, but it's not really that. It's not really that. I'm just so slow. Yeah.
What, you don't have things ready yet, or you have things ready and
I pretty much do have things ready. I just like, I just want one more kind of good track. So yeah.
just get a Long Eve remix, mate. He's giving them away.
Yeah. There we go.
You heard it here first. Here we go. Signing
right.
deals on the Belters podcast on Chatting Breeze. I keep calling it the Belters podcast. It's called Chatting Breeze. You just So, what does summer look like for you then? Now that you're not hiring your decks out and you can't get any gigs. I just repeated what you said.
I'm playing next week.
What's that for?
That's for Rough Rhythms at Crofters.
Saw that. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Oh, so they are coming in then.
Yeah, but like just more
Yeah.
infrequently. September, I'm really excited about.
What's happening in September?
Oh, we've got a gig first of all.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Has it been announced? No, it's October. It's October, I'm pretty
Is it
sure.
October?
October?
September 29th.
Has it been announced?
Okay.
Now you can talk about that.
Nah.
It's a release.
Anyway, so your summer plans. What are you doing? You doing any festivals, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm doing one festival. I'm going to El Dorado.
Oh, are you? Why are
courtesy
you going to El Dorado, Benkins?
Because I got a free ticket.
Oh, sick! Did you
Yeah.
actually?
I did get a free
You saw
ticket.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, banging! Lovely stuff. Oh,
Nice.
why did you get a free ticket?
I don't know actually.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah,
I have no idea. Yeah.
Sound. Oh, you've
Well,
killed.
yeah. So you
That-
and Orion are playing.
That's
right?
your first camping
Yeah.
festival, isn't it? I
It's
remember
my
you saying to
first
me.
camping festival. Yeah.
Are you nervous? Yeah, innit?
Yeah, I know. I grew up in Bristol, so it's kind of like it's kind of good just around here. Like,
Love Saves in Tokyo World
Yeah.
keeps you moving. Well, R.I.P. Tokyo World. But
yeah.
Gone.
yeah, they had to cancel. They cancelled this year, didn't they?
Did they? What?
Yeah, did they not? They didn't, right? Yeah.
Unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Whatever that means. Yeah. I don't know what. I always like after the podcast I did with Ryan and Rob, I'm always nervous about what I can and can't say. I don't know, like don't want to talk about the biz too much anymore. But wow.
You don't want to talk about cancelled festivals.
No.
Right. Okay. No. So. Fuck's sake. So, just El Dorado is your thing for summer.
Pretty much, yeah. I can't remember anything else I'm doing.
Not going
yeah.
on the hollybobs anywhere. It's like I'm cutting your hair. You going anywhere nice?
Well, I already went to Paris this year, which was my like.
Oh yeah, come on.
And to be fair, I did do some clubbing in Paris.
What's it saying out there?
Well, we went to this this barn in like the farmlands outside of Paris, and there was like a rave in there, which was pretty cool.
Jeez.
And I played, but at like 5 o'clock when there was 20 people left.
Perfect. It counts. It
Yeah.
counts. You're an international
Yeah.
DJ.
Yeah.
There we go. You can double your fee. Sorry, Orion. Sick.
It was cool to play some like garage to. It was just mostly really, really slow house, so it was kind of cool to.
What's the
yeah,
French
that was
reception to garage?
fun. They were really drunk, so
Okay,
I
nice.
think I could have played anything, and they would have really liked it.
How did you find out about this French barn party?
It was my partner's best friend's colleague's barn party.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Your friends, mates, dogs.
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Cool. France is alright. I went there once. There you go.
I know what you mean.
You heard it. It's all coming out now. Fucking hell.
They got good bread.
They do have
They
excellent
do
bread.
have really.
And cheese. Yeah.
I didn't realise how
anything
bad
else?
our bread was, like until
Yeah, our bread sucks.
yeah.
Tesco, what the fuck are you playing at?
I even broke my veganism to have like a real croissant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because you're a vegan. I always forget you're a vegan. I don't know why. I always. God, fucking Jesus. What, you broke your veganism?
Yeah.
I'm worried. You know what I'm worried about? I'm worried that because of these microphones, you actually can't hear anyone laughing. So like every so often, I just stop and like turn around at like nothing. That's the worst. You tell me about when you broke your veganism.
I was just really hungry and it just smelled really good, so I just had to do it.
What is everyone laughing at? What is happening? Fucking hell. Where we at time-wise?
You're at 41 minutes.
Calm, mate. We're chilling. So, let's wheel back. We went on a bit of a tangent there, I think. Wheel it up. Do you find that gigs are, obviously it's festival season now, but do you find that gigs were going in like the right direction for you in terms of bookings and stuff?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. There's another gig I'm really excited for in September. Can I talk about the other one.
Talk about whatever you want.
Yeah.
Fucking just talk
the
about
vinyl
it.
one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
doing.
Wait, actually, not the brand.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Okay.
I'm doing a 2-hour vinyl set. Opening for DJ Ami in September at some point, which I'm really excited about.
Fuck yeah. Because you do quite a bit of vinyl, don't you? Obviously, you're playing vinyl here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen you play quite a few vinyl sets.
Yeah, to be
Like
fair,
a couple I've seen you play.
Yeah. I've played one at Cozy's, and we played one at Attic Bar, which was which was an absolute shit show. Because one of the turntables didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just It switched to digi, but then the Q button didn't even work either. So yeah.
Attic Bar, up your gear, bruv.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do quite a bit of vinyl. Did you start? Because like when I started DJing, I started with vinyl as well.
Yeah.
Was that the same for you when you started, or did you start with digital and then you found like what was the process?
When I bought the decks, I got a turntable with it as well, but I didn't properly start doing vinyl until I got the other one, which was only about I want to say 8 or 9 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
You're fucking good.
Thanks, man.
Have you been collecting for longer than that, or did you start collecting then?
Yeah,
as well?
I started collecting pretty much immediately because I wanted EC2A dub plates and stuff. So
Classic.
and then just loads of there's loads of old garage and vinyl only stuff that I wanted. So yeah.
The vinyl, the prices and shit is fucked. That's why I had to stop.
Yeah,
I did
no.
it for a while I was a student, and I had good, sweet student loan. I spent it on equipment for my degree. Sorry. Yeah, come on. No, I went down idle hands and fucking pissed it all.
This is why I'm doing the sign holding, mate. I need to.
Yes, exactly.
I haven't bought any vinyl for ages. I've got to prepare for this gig.
Do you want to get back into it? I guess you got a big vinyl set coming up, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna start practicing now, basically.
Yeah. But you got quite a good collection.
It's small, but yeah, it's
They're
got
all
some-
bangers.
Yeah, it's alright.
Where do you go for records?
Pretty much. It used to be idle hands, but
Rest in peace.
mostly DNR or Discogs now.
Oh,
to
so
be
you're
fair.
online most of the time.
Yeah.
Is Discogs as fucked as people say it is?
I got both of these on Discogs actually.
Did you?
Yeah. But you can only find certain things on there, so yeah.
Like, what do you mean, certain things?
Like old, very specific. This took me 5 months to find just by going through the Discog
I knew you were
pages.
going to bring that one. I fucking knew. How much did you pay for that one?
Paid about 70 quid for it. for one song.
My God.
Just for the B-side as well. Yeah.
What's your limit with that sort of thing? Because if you're willing to pay that, you're willing to pay fucking anything.
Yeah. To be fair, I think that is pretty close to the limit. I wouldn't pay 100 quid for one song.
You
unless
wouldn't?
I had
Are you sure?
I'd have to really I really wanted this track, so.
Where did you find that track again?
Dr. Banana played it in his Fold mix, and
That was
then
it.
I basically took a screenshot of the artwork for it. I was either gonna accost him at a festival or something, or a
classic.
gig, or I liked it so much that I was just trawling through Discogs. Trying to find similar artwork because I couldn't zoom. You couldn't enhance the image to look at the writing on it. So I was about 26 pages into the UK garage section. I saw it, so I was I can't believe this actually works.
I was going to say, where do you even start with that? You just go on Garage and just right, let's go. Let's just keep scrolling. Fucking hell.
I didn't think it would. I was just really high, just going through everything, but also
classic.
listening to stuff on the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's none of this copy around, so I think it's on a label that didn't release very much at all, and it's by an unknown artist. Love that guy.
Yeah, no,
Unknown
Unknown Artist is
yeah.
sick. B2B's killing it. Special guest TBA, competition winner. They're everywhere at the minute. They're fucking smashing it. Yeah. That's sick though. That's sick. I mean, I love vinyl. I wish I was still into it. I've still got a few records at home. I've got one of these, but only one of the Calax's things is mine. The rest is all fucking that tall geezer over there. Not Joe. Dan. But I love it. I haven't tried it in a while, so I feel like I might have lost it a little bit. But it's so satisfying. It's way more satisfying than digital. When you get it in and you're like locked in.
Yeah,
there's
just
nothing
more
like
can
it.
go wrong, basically.
Yes.
So it's just it's just slightly more thrilling, really.
Yeah. Thrilling is certainly a word for it. Yeah. That's so true. Do you reckon you'd want to get more vinyl bookings, or I guess maybe the idea is to just do both? I guess. But
Yeah, I would love to do more vinyl bookings. Like I've got loads of garage house that I'd love to do like an outside like garden garage house like vinyl set.
Promoters, listen up.
That would be the dream.
Orion, listen up.
But yeah, I collect a bit of everything. To be fair, I've got like a little bit of 140. I don't have much 160. I want to get some more jungle in, but I know that's pretty much the hardest thing you can kind of.
Yeah, I
spin on
guess
vinyl,
so.
to be
Yeah,
fair.
I'm not really sure. It's expensive as well. Yeah,
Expensive.
true.
There
All
we
those
go.
jungle heads fucking absolutely love it, don't they? Yeah, you fucking heard me. The 160 stuff's interesting because I remember you, all your sets, like not all your, but like when I saw a Benkins set, I knew it was gonna go from like 140 to 160. Mm-hmm. Is that still what it is now that you're sort of channeling in more on like the hard groove stuff, or are you still touching in with the 160 for your sets?
It depends where I am in the set. If I'm like kind of in the middle, I'll probably play some hard groove now. I'm trying not to play much garage at the minute, just because I've just played loads of garage recently.
Yeah.
But if it's like a closing set, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna play 160.
Yeah,
One of my favourite sets I played was a 160 set at the Crown, I think.
Oh yeah. The Crown. Oh,
yeah.
Orion's ears perked up. You're the sound tape, bro. You should be paying attention. You just let it go onto the screensaver, for God's sake. The Crown. I wanted to mention the Crown a little bit because obviously you are like a USB. You are a resident, right?
I am a resident.
Yeah. How long have you been a resident for?
How long have I been a resident for?
Wow, you were like
A while.
Yeah.
maybe the first resident. It was you or Jake.
Wow. Okay.
We're
There we
chatting
go.
to one of the
Yeah.
first USB residents.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, it's like September, October, I think.
There you
What,
go.
like last year? Oh, it's coming up on a
It's
year.
it's kind of recent. I thought it. For some reason, I thought the Crown was going for like ages.
He's been doing USB for like 15 years.
Yeah. I feel like it's always been there. Yeah.
No, not that long.
Wow.
And in that time, he's given you 1 gig, I think, right?
Yeah, he's real stingy. No, I've had a lot of gigs at the Crown. Yeah. To be honest, like, I fucking love the Crown.
Yeah, mate.
Like,
everyone who
Yeah.
knows the Crown loves the Crown.
It's shit, but it's great.
Yes, exactly. I've got to be careful what I say here.
Yeah.
He's, no, I can't like it too much. Don't want to inflate his ego. His head is getting bigger as we speak over there.
T-shirt.
Actually, that's a good point. Yeah. Forget it.
But honestly, I would rather have like a night at the Crown than I would Motion for sure, like, or Lakota. Like, I'd rather end up at the Crown.
What makes you say that? Pretend he's not in the room. What makes you say that?
What actually makes me say it? I don't know, the crowd, like maybe. The Crown crowd is like special.
When it's busy
Like,
in there, we were chatting about this
really-
earlier. It's like a fucking like zombie apocalypse. Like everyone's fucking going mental. Like it's crazy. People like reaching over. It's like the red lights everywhere.
To be
like,
fair, people do have it in the Crown. Like,
Yeah, they do.
They do go for it. Like, and also like it's mostly me mates on the lineup. So, like, it can't be that really.
Yeah, it's so good. So you were telling me if you were offered a Motion date and a Crown date on the same day.
Oh, I'll definitely pick the Crown date.
You heard it here first. Fucking hell. What are we saying? Is it time to play? What are we saying?
You're on 50 minutes.
Ooh, still got 10. Fucking hell.
How you gonna fill this up?
I don't know. Tell a joke.
Fuck.
That's the worst thing you can do. To go on, tell a joke. Go on. So how much are you sitting on at the minute, tunes wise?
Not that much. Like 5 or 6, like actually kind of finished techno tunes, and then I've got one 2-step track that I'm really proud of, but don't know really
Is
what
that
to do
the
with it.
1049 one?
No, it's Swoon Her, which samples MF Doom and Lord of the Rings.
I haven't heard that, but I fucking need to. Oh my god.
No, you have heard it.
Have I?
It's got a really wanky second drop, but it just kind of goes with the.
No, I've heard it once.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, labels, if you want MF Doom and Lord of the Rings two-step, you know where to go. What are some, like, I guess, is this, like, do you want to keep doing this? Do you find, like, when you're making tunes, you think, yeah, I'm doing the right thing, this is what I want to keep doing?
To be honest, I can't really do anything else.
Right, okay.
But to be, I've honestly been doing music forever and like so many different forms that this is just weirdly the thing that I've landed on and kind of had the most success
You're a
in.
music
so
man.
it's just, I am a music man.
Because there was, 5G. Oh. Here we go, right.
I knew we were going to talk about this.
Because I was thinking, I was like, what else has he done? He's done Goya, the jazz band.
Yeah.
What else is like, fuck. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Explain it.
So me and Jacob,
Busy boss again.
Basically, I came back from uni and I was just really into like abstract and experimental like hip hop at the time. That was kind of my thing. And Jacob wasn't doing anything. I think he was just working a managerial job at like Kafka and Warehouse. And I was like,
come on,
listen, you and me are gonna move in together. You're gonna leave your girlfriend, and we're gonna just make the most experimental, weird music
You're mine
imaginable.
now.
And that actually completely did happen, and we just spent a year just like pretty much partying every weekend and just making the weirdest music imaginable. And I was like, I don't know, man.
Describe the music. Just try
It
to
was just
anyway.
like really abrasive electronics, and I was kind of like yelling, but also kind of
You were like screaming, weren't you?
not like metal screaming. I was just kind of like. It was
Go
kind
on,
of like
give us a
I was-
rendition. Go on.
That should have been my last tune today.
Oh, 5G.
I should have brought in 5G.
Damn it, you got it on vinyl as well.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
But basically, it just like reached a head when we did like we had loads of time during lockdown. And I was obviously taking a lot of acid, so I was like, this is the time to just absolutely go for it. And weirdly, so many of our friends were behind it. We played some pretty cool gigs. To be fair, I think we supported Grove in.
What,
in
as that
their
little,
early-
as that,
Yeah,
what were you called?
BJs.
The BJs.
No, just BJs. 'cause-
BJs?
Yeah.
Really? What, you've seen them?
Well, I remember Stan sent me some of your music.
Whoa.
Lauren has heard BJs.
No way. Like, I will never ever bring it back, but people like ask me to.
Is it still
to
out
bring it
there
back.
to
Oh no!
consume?
You'll never find
Really?
it.
It's that bad?
I've deleted it off the internet forever. You won't be able to find it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It is really terrible. I'm like straight up. It is really terrible.
But you supported Grove, must have had something to it.
I think that was kind of a fluke.
Okay.
To be honest.
And there was a tune called...
But like this is why I don't get nervous DJing a lot of the time, is because I've literally done everything on stage. I've like yelled, I've done like singing exams, I've like done so much on stage that like I don't like. I know some people like throw up before they DJ. I'm like I kind of just go up there and just.
I'd be
do it without
interested in
being
seeing
too
you
nervous.
performing as BJs and seeing like what your energy is on stage.
You never know, mate. We might if somebody finds it and we go viral. And if I'm already kind of big by that point,
Yeah,
I'll bring
yeah.
it. We'll get the remix album out.
So, yes, come on, Longy's remix, yeah.
You heard it here first.
Hilarious.
I'll send you the stems, bro.
And you made a tune called 5G. Was it about 5G?
No, it was kind of just like a political take on what was going on at the time.
Okay, I
Like,
see.
it was
Okay.
it was as bad as it
It was a
sounds.
political
Yeah.
political thing as well.
Yeah.
Goodness. Very active. You've fucking done it all, man.
I've been around the block, mate. Yeah.
You've done a lot for a 52-year-old, mate. You've still got a magnificent beard as well. You know, absolutely killing it. Right. Let's put a record on. I want to smoke some weed. What are you closing with, Benkins?
So I'm gonna close with the track that I was talking about earlier.
Oh, the
It's
£70
called
tune.
The £70 tune.
What we can do is we can judge if it was worth £70 while it's playing.
Yeah. Okay. And I got to make sure I actually pick the right side. Oh, can you take that one off for me? Yeah, it's a two-step tune, but it's just like, it's my favourite two-step tune I've heard so far. So
What's it called? And it's by unknown artist, didn't you say as well?
Yeah, it's called Funkula.
Funkula by unknown artist. Oh, actually, first of all, any closing remarks, Benkins, before we go?
I don't think so, mate.
Well, at least say
I can't
at
wait
least,
to smoke some fucking weed.
Me neither. At least say goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, fucking hell.
That's 70 quid, mate.
That's right.